Hi. How are you?
Good.
Robin is one of my favorite female clients, and she's done a lot to change her life too. I love her story. She's just so personable. She's such a smart girl, and I know that she's gonna really go far.
I saw everyone wearing red and everyone was throwing up gang signs, and in my head I just thought like it's everywhere. So it's like either you either just do it or you're just nobody, or you're a loner, or you won't have no friends. Robin Minnie, ROBINMINI.
Right now, if I didn't have neck tattoos or hand tattoos, like I look legit. Like
For my kids to be more proud to look up to me, right?
We're all born originals, but a lot of us die copies, right?
I do tattoo removal usually 2 nights a week after working my regular job. My name is Della Stanky, and I'm the redemption artist.
Just that's all they want to do is just get rid of it, right? So
Yeah, the girls' jail, they're using pen ink.
with that.
They're using pen ink.
Oh yeah. I've had so many people come in with different kinds of ink that actually I had one girl come in and they had used computer ink. And it was like kind of shocking. I'm thinking there's got to be like some chemicals in it.
I've already started to get them removed already. So you could see some of them fading, like there's dots inside of them. This one was a lot darker before. But I've had them all done so far. So this one is a cover up. Underneath it was red at first. It was the Roman numeral red. And I walked around like that for probably a couple weeks. And everywhere I went, someone tried to fight me. So if house parties, just wherever at the store, some guy like started calling me a slob, jumping around trying to fight me. And I didn't like it. Yeah, I have my son's name around my neck. I have all my kids. I have like a sleeve on the side. It's like flowers, tiger lily. And I just don't want to have, I get looked at a lot already. So if I could cover them up and hide them a little bit, look a little bit more like not so bad. Like my mom and dad there wasn't a really good relationship. All I can remember is a lot of fighting. And the day he left was like really brutal too. So he came and kicked our door open and like grabbed all his stuff, and like it was just a big fight. Like I just remember like watching the whole thing happen. Like my mom like trying to ask him where he was, I guess, and where he's going and what he's doing, and he just didn't say anything. He just like fought his way all the way out the door, and like I just remember him leaving. So like I grew up in Elmwood, and I went to school at Elmwood High School. I didn't really get along with too many people there, so didn't have a school to go to for a few months, so I was just running around doing nothing. And then we finally got me into Sangha-Daewin, and then I got kicked out of there. I wasn't recruited, I hung out with them. Like I wanted to, I liked the way their lifestyle was, I guess, and I kind of envied it, so. Because no girls can be in gangs. Through those relationships, there's a lot of abuse. Like I got beat up a lot of times. That's where I started with the drugs and the drinking, and I became very addicted to drugs. I lost my kids. I started to think that we could never have my kids. Like I didn't deserve them. I just drowned myself for a really long time. In my 20s, I got charged for trafficking. I was drunk and I got into this high-speed chase. I was by myself, I don't even really remember. And I hit a bunch of cop cars, and then I got 3 years for that. I ended up in jail for that long time, and that's where I realized that I needed to stop. I think going to jail for a long time really, it got my head out of that mindset and away from everybody. And there I started to talk to an elder and started to realize like I can be a mom, and that's where I wanted to be. It's not in the streets is not where I wanted to be, because that's where I thought I belonged. I tried really hard when I got out. I fell a couple times. 2 times I relapsed. 3 times I relapsed, but I picked myself back up again and I kept going. And I'm like a year sober today. I want to take nursing, so. And that's another reason why I want to get the tattoos removed. So in jail, there's a job fair, not a job fair, it's a resource fair. So I was in jail for a long time. So I went through those fairs all the time. And that's the one that stuck out the most was the tattoo removal. So I wasn't out yet and I didn't know who my PO was yet. But I knew for sure that was one of my biggest goals. Like when I was planning for when I get out was call this lady and get my tattoos removed.
You know, from going from losing your children to now having all of her kids back in her life and really wanting to, you know, she's actually back enrolled in school and everything that she's doing, you know, I'm just so proud of her.
Reversing my thinking like that's like where I belong type of thing. Just knowing my self-worth, realizing that I was worth more. And yeah, I just stuck to that and I kept remembering that and it's gotten me here today.
So are the boys staying with you right now?
Yeah, well, I'm staying with them. Yeah. So my mom had to call their CFS worker and get an okay that me and the baby were going to be staying there until we get housing. So she allowed it. Yeah. For my kids to be more proud to look up to me, right? Like right now, they're just like, "Oh, I hope you get those off your face. Why did you do that?" And they're like, but that, you know what? In a way, it's kind of good because they know what not to do. And that's what I always tell them every day. You know, like, look at what I did. You don't want to do that, right? And they're like, "No, I don't want to do that, Mom." And so they're 16 and 15 right now, my boys, and they're at the age where they're starting to want to get tattoos. But they know, not on the hands, not on the face, not on the neck, like where people can see them. And it's just, they know all that stuff because I did it already, right? It's a different kind of respect now. You respect yourself. You respect your elders. You know, you respect people in general. Like it's not about the street life respect because that's totally different. And, you know, be loyal to yourself.